before we come to today's matches more in depth with Tony Mepham, it's been a sad week as the local football community lost one of its stalwarts, Edna Clark. Tony, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, a lot of people, certainly my age anyway, will remember Edna because absolutely fantastic lady to have involved in football. I think it was between 50, 60 years she was involved with Polrose Football Club, and she was sharp as anything, to get the money in. Boys are always slow to pay the subs, but Edna would never forget, and it's a big, big loss, not only to Polrose Football Club, to Manx football, because, when you look at Brian, her husband, he put about 40 odd years of service into Polrose, and Edna that was there for nearly 60. Absolutely incredible. So our thoughts are with the family, everyone involved in football, as I say, a little bit older than some will know of Edna, and incredible lady, and dedication to a club unbelievable. So our thoughts are with everybody.
And we echo that. Thoughts are with Edna's family and friends. She sounds like an incredible woman. Let's look at today's football matches more in depth then. So we'll begin with Foxdale versus Jims. So Foxdale 1, Jims 5.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise this one, because at lunchtime, saying I expected Foxdale after scoring 14 goals last week, you would have thought this week they would have gone for it. Jay Chatwood on the score sheet once again. He got one today, got 6 last week. But Jims did really well. Luke Fisher with 2, Connor Dempsey with a couple of goals, and Harry Wilson got the other one, and Jims go into the hat.
Tough game for Castletown next. We had Castletown 0, Ramsey 8.
Yeah, it was always going to be the way. Castletown, a Division 2 side, Ramsey Premiership side, and done well. They've got some really good young players coming through, and Michael Simpson with 3 goals today. Chris Duggan got 2. Dylan Pickles on the score sheet. Rob Morton and Harry Blissett got the other one. So a good performance there by Ramsey.
Then we have St George's 7, Douglas Royal 0.
Yeah, I watched this one, and it didn't take long for St George's to take the lead, and Nathan Cardy it was within, about 30, 45 seconds, scored, and then by the 13th minute they'd scored a couple more. Jacob Crook had a good header, but Dan Smith smashed one in, unfortunately, into his own goal. He couldn't do much about it. He was facing the goal. Ball was crossed over, and unfortunately he touched it, but Jacob Crook got his second of the game. Kieran McNulty, as I say, got 2 good goals, and Carl Henson got one as well, and Carl, bit of pace on him, just beat the goalkeeper and managed to put it past him, and St George's looked comfortable. Douglas Royal had a spell in the second half, but it didn't quite go for them, but I wouldn't panic. They've got some really good young players in there. But St George's, trust me, are a force to be reckoned with. When you look at Joel Ibanez back, you've got Joey Morlin back, you've also got Jacob Crook in there, Sean Quay, Johnny Myers at the back, Chris Bass, they all came off to rest up. St George's are looking strong, and look out in the quarter-final draw when we do it shortly.
And then, as previously mentioned, Union Mills versus Douglas Athletics. The latter couldn't field a team, unfortunately, so points have gone to Union Mills.
Union Mills go through, yep.
Then we have St Mary's 1, Russian 3.
And Russian, in this game, we just wondered what sort of squad they'd have, and we discussed this at lunchtime. I know Furu Davies got the first, Mikey Williams got the second one. We're just trying to find out what the third goal scorer was, but it's still not come through. Stephen Priestnell got a goal back just before, I think it was about 10 minutes before the end of the game, to make it 2-1, and then Russian got another one. So at least they give themselves a chance, but they couldn't find the form that they had 7 days ago when they were 2-0 down at half-time and then came back to win 4-3. But today Russian have gone through and showed why they finished second in the league.
Then we have Malew 3, Marown 1.
Amazing result, this one, because when you look at the league tables, Malew finished 4th in JCK Division 2, Marown finished 8th in the Premier League. And today it was Darren Tartar's day, because he got 2 goals. Jordan Kreipner as well got 1. And what's more amazing about this one is how many players Malew had missing today. First-team players like Dan Swan, Ash Egan were missing, Kieran Kreipner was missing, and also Darren Flanagan and Jamie Skillen as well. So well done to Malew. Haven't got Marown's goal scorer, but maybe today they were 1 or 2 short, or just Malew played well.
Then it was goals galore in the Corinthians game. They beat Ramsey Youth Centre 12-1.
Yeah, they did, and there was a lot of goals in this game, and it was tight for a while, but then once they started to go in, it was a real big show. Steve Whitley with 3, Sean Doyle with 4, and from what I heard, the first 3 goals were all headers. And I'm not surprised, because when you look at Luke Murray 6'5", Sean Doyle is about the same. That was probably a plan. Dan Simpson down that left-hand side. You've got Steve Whitley down the right. But Luke Murray, couple of goals for Luke, well done. Conor Gorman got one. And Dan Simpson wasn't going to miss out as well, with the rest of the boys around him scoring goals. And Dan Simpson got 2. Great result. Ramsey, son, unfortunately, we haven't got their goal scorer.
The Douglas Old Boys Laxey game was played earlier in the week, and the score was Douglas Old Boys 0, Laxey 3, which means Laxey are through to the draw.
They are, and we'll give you some goal scorers on that one. It was Harry Walters got one, Dave Wilson, I think it was, who got the other one, and Michael Fernandez. So that game was brought forward. I think Old Boys had a wedding or something on, but it was well and truly sorted out before lockdown 3 finished. We knew we had a problem on that date, and well done to Laxey for agreeing to play the game on Thursday and get it out of the way.
And then the only game in Combi 1 was Jim's 1, Colby 1.
Yeah, and points shared in this. Jim's goal scorer was Jake Cade, and for Colby, Steve Collister got his name on the score sheet.
Now we have Dan Collier on the phone talking to us live from the Big Smoke to do the draw for the quarterfinals of the ECAP FA Cup. So how are you, Dan?
Yeah, very good, guys. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, Dan. What's happening in London?
Yeah.
Well, we're still monitoring daily numbers. Unfortunately, yesterday's figure, I think, was the highest that we'd seen case-wise for a couple of months. So it's very much ups and downs at the moment. Earlier in the week, we'd had a whole 24-hour period without any deaths, which is a sad state of affairs when that's really something to celebrate. But obviously it was, and we thought that was a good step in the right direction. But unfortunately, this Indian variant seems to be taking hold. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be taking a bit of a step back, certainly in the short term.
Well, I mean, you can't get much more socially distanced than what we are now. So we've had plenty of practice. And I believe you have a bag of balls with you.
I do indeed, yep.
Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Tony Mepham now.
Hiya, Dan. Welcome to the show. This is your first one with the draw, so hopefully you're going to give us some good ties.
Absolutely, I'll certainly do my best. Just looking at the results today, it looks like obviously there's been some clear-cut winners and a couple of shocks in there in true FA Cup style. So very, very excited to be involved.
Excellent. And yeah, that Malew score has taken my breath away. It was absolute superb performance by them. But when you look in there as well, because the top teams usually rise through at this quarter-final stage. We've got Corinthians in there. We've got Russian and St George's. Union Mills, who are the Division 2 champions, aren't doing so well in this cup at the moment. The reason why I say that, they got a bye in the first one. Unfortunately, the second game that should have been played today, Douglas Athletic were unable to field a team. But in there, you've got Jims, who won the Grand Slam in 85-86. So they can't do it this year, but certainly in with a shout in this FA Cup. So let's put people out of their misery. You've got 8 balls in the bag. Can we have the draw, please?
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, so first one out of the hat is number 8.
Number 8 is Union Mills.
And number 2.
Number 2 is Jims. So that's Union Mills will play Jims.
And next up, number 5.
Number 5 is a home tie for Ramsey.
And we've got then number 4.
Number 4 is Malew. So the second game out of the bag is Ramsey at home against Malew.
Okay, next up we've got number 1.
Number 1 is a home game for Corinthians.
And they're up against number 7.
Number 7 is St George's.
Okay, and last but not least, we've got number 6.
Number 6 is a home game for Russian.
And against number 3.
Number 3 is Laxey. So I'll go through the ECAP FA Cup quarter-final draw. These games are to be played next Saturday, the 12th of June. I'll come to one of them in a minute because we might have to bring that game forward. But we've got Union Mills at home against Jims. We've got Ramsey will play at home against Malew. Corinthians against St George's. And Russian against Laxey. The reason why I say about one of the games, that Corinthians and St George's, we might bring that game forward half an hour earlier kick-off, because next Saturday now, we've been working on this, that the Paul Henry Gold Cup final can't be played at the Bowl because it's not available. The clubs are happy enough to play on grass, and the Paul Henry Gold Cup will check with both clubs. Ramsey Youth Centre against Onken will be played at Ballafletcher, 6 o'clock kickoff on that Saturday. So we just need to bring that other game forward half an hour just to give a bit more time to prepare for the final.
Are those good matchups?
Brilliant. I think the one out there is Corinthians against St George's, and I know sort of Dan and Brooke keep a keen eye on it. But St George's, I think, are ahead of the game to where they were earlier on in the season. And I think Corinthians are going to have a game on their hands that will suit them because it's at their pitch. But what a great game that is going to be, and looking forward to that one next Saturday. Rushen against Laxey. Laxey did well against Douglas High School Old Boys, and Rushen back in form. Looks like some of their key players are back fit. But what an opportunity for Union Mills or Jims to get to a semi-final, and also Ramsey against Malew to get to a semi-final. And that Ramsey Stadium is a mega place to play football in. So I'm sure Malew will enjoy the day, and a big crowd down there as well.
Excellent. And Dan, are you keeping fingers crossed to be able to come over for the final, which I believe is the 26th of June?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I think restrictions over here, the last lifting of restrictions is due on the 21st of June, which Boris seems to be fairly confident that that's still going to be the case. I mean, look, we had just over 6,000 cases here yesterday, so we really have got to take each day as it comes. I mean, we just can't make any plans to do anything at the moment. If we can get over there, certainly we will. So if that date sticks and the 21st is when we're fully free, then Brooke and I will certainly be booking a flight over. And as I say, we're very, very keen to be involved on finals day and present the trophy to the winning team.
Well, we'll keep everything crossed for you, Dan.
Definitely.
And excellent handling of those balls. Well done. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan. Bye.
Good luck, Dan.
Take care. Bye-bye.